Attention passionate Seattle Seahawks fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC West and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Seattle Seahawks' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Seattle Seahawks fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Seattle Seahawks fans. Let's get to the news. When news broke early this week, whispers turned into a full-blown buzz around the league, and for good reason. The Seahawks are making a bold move that could reshape their offensive line, and it's all centered around one of the league's most dominant tackles, Penei Sewell. That's right, Seattle is reportedly in advanced talks with the Detroit Lions to acquire Sewell, a move that could elevate the Seahawks' offense to a whole new level and significantly impact their Super Bowl aspirations. Now I know what some of you might be thinking. Is this for real? Sewell to Seattle? Well, let's break down what this possible trade could mean, why it makes so much sense for the Seahawks, and how it might turn this season into something truly special. First, let's talk about Sewell himself. This guy has been a beast since he stepped into the league. The Lions picked him high for a reason, and he's lived up to the hype on every level. In 2025, his PFF overall grade was an exceptional 92.8, which ranks him as one of the top right tackles across the league. His pass blocking was a solid 92, and his run blocking wasn't far behind at 89.6. Sewell is a mauler, standing 65, and weighing around 335 pounds with a blazing 5.9-second dash time. He's a force to be reckoned with. His ability to win double-team blocks stands at 78%, and he's consistently able to keep the pocket clean, with an 82% success rate. Despite dealing with a shoulder injury that caused him to miss one game, Sewell's overall performance has been nothing short of elite. He's a 4-time Pro Bowler, a 2-time All-Pro, and his cumulative sacks allowed over his career are just 8. That's remarkable for a player of his caliber. His physicality and grit remind many of Trent Williams, but Sewell's special in his own right, especially with his leadership in run-game lanes, where he led the league with 110 run-blocking plays in 2025 and finished with 25 pancake blocks. Now, why would the Lions consider trading Sewell? Well, Detroit has been navigating some salary cap challenges. They're sitting on about $10 million in cap space, but are prioritizing locking down Jared Goff with a lucrative extension. Plus, with the team's focus on youth in the offensive tackle position and the need to rebuild their defense, which has struggled, allowing around 22 points per game, moving Sewell makes strategic sense. The Lions are clearly trying to position themselves for the future, and freeing up about $24 million in cap space with this trade allows them to invest elsewhere. It's a classic rebuild move, especially considering their focus on developing a stronger defense and keeping Goff happy with more weapons. For the Seahawks, this trade could be a game changer. With Charles Cross sidelined for the season due to an Achilles injury, the offensive line has taken a hit, and Seattle's pass protection has been under pressure. Allowing 45 sacks so far, it's clear they needed reinforcement, and Sewell's addition would be a massive upgrade. Imagine Sewell lining up at right tackle, anchoring that side of the line, and providing the stability and nastiness that the Seahawks have been missing. His presence would not only solidify the RT position, but also free up the interior linemen to focus on run blocking, especially with Kenneth Walker Jr. running behind that improved line. Walker's been a force in 2025, averaging 5.1 yards per carry, and with Sewell's help, the Seahawks could push their rushing offense even further, gaining an extra 300 yards over the season, if not more. That's a significant boost, especially against divisional rivals like the 49ers and Rams, whose defenses have been tough against the run but could be overwhelmed by a more physical, disciplined Seahawks front. But the impact of Sewell goes beyond just the running game. His ability to protect Geno Smith, especially in deep passing situations, could elevate the Seahawks' offense into a top-tier unit. We've seen how much of a difference a dominant tackle can make. Look at Trent Williams with the 49ers or Lane Johnson with the Eagles. Sewell has that potential, and his addition could elevate Seattle's offensive rank from the mid-20s to the top 8. With a more reliable protection scheme, Geno can unleash his deep ball throws more frequently, connecting with DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett on explosive plays. This opens up the entire offense, making it more unpredictable and dangerous. The The Seahawks have been steadily building their core, and adding Sewell could be the final piece that pushes them into serious Super Bowl contention. Now, looking at the bigger picture, this trade could also have playoff implications. Sewell's track record of playing over 800 clean snaps in 2025, along with his physicality and consistency, makes him a perfect fit for playoff football. His presence would help Seattle sustain drives, reduce turnovers, and keep opposing pass rushes at bay. In fact, betting odds for the Seahawks to win Super Bowl LXI have already shifted. They were plus 1,500 earlier this year, and are now down to plus 900, according to BetMGM. That's a clear indication that the market sees this potential move as a significant boost to their championship chances. With Sewell protecting Smith's blind side and boosting the run game, the Seahawks could become a team that's difficult to stop, especially if their defense can hold up better than in recent seasons. Their defense has been improving, but with a more balanced offense, they're poised to take the next step. And don't forget the historical perspective here. When the Bengals traded for Taylor in 2024, it led to an increase of over 250 rushing yards for their entire unit, transforming their offense into a more balanced, dangerous attack. Seattle's offensive line, which has ranked around 22nd this year, would jump into the top 8 with Sewell's addition. That's a massive leap. It's not just about protection. It's about setting the tone, imposing their will, and giving Geno the confidence to go deep. Sewell's strength as a run blocker and pass protector makes him a perfect fit for what the Seahawks need now. Plus, with the trade deadline looming on November 4th, 2026, this move has the potential to shake up the NFC West and beyond, setting the stage for a postseason run that could be remembered for years. In conclusion, this potential trade isn't just about acquiring a star tackle. It's about transforming the Seahawks' entire offensive philosophy, boosting their chances for a Super Bowl run, and establishing themselves as a dominant force in the NFC. Sewell's proven track record, combined with the Seahawks' current roster and the strategic move to bolster their offensive line, could be the catalyst that pushes Seattle over the top. The NFC West is already competitive, but with Sewell in the mix, the Seahawks are positioning themselves not just as contenders, but as favorites to make some serious noise in February. As we get closer to the trade deadline, keep your eyes peeled. This could be the move that changes everything for the Seahawks and their quest for Super Bowl glory. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Seattle Seahawks news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. So for all the Hawks fans out there, this potential Sewell acquisition isn't just hype, it's a real game changer. The Seahawks have been building for this moment, and if they pull off this trade, it could be the move that elevates them to the top of the NFC and puts them firmly in the Super Bowl conversation. The team's management is clearly thinking big, and with the right moves, this season could be one for the ages. The NFC West is fierce, but Seattle's got a chance to dominate with Sewell anchoring that line, protecting Geno, and opening up lanes for Walker and the rest of the offense. The next few days will tell us everything, but one thing, for sure, Seahawks fans, get ready for an exciting ride. This season might just turn into one of the most memorable in franchise history, especially if this trade goes through and pays off the way we all hope. And now, Seattle Seahawks fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and the Seattle Seahawks. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Seattle Seahawks news.